Wait, so this is another awkward stream because no one's gonna watch because there's no subscribers by the time you watch this, and it's also awkward because so um it's because when I made the screenshot thing, I wasn't ready for it. Then the screen was dirty, and I don't know if you can see. I tried to clean it off with my fingers. I had uh, I had oily food, so it was bitterach, and then it made fingerprints, as you can see, like I'm doing now. Look there. Wow. So, this is the, and I'm trying to wipe it off, but you all know that if you use oily hands to wipe off oily marks, you just make oily, 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 oily. And that's the new sound that I'm trying to create over here. So, guys, this is the Huawei P Smart 2021, right? It's a mid range phone of, they called it, I'm pretty sure they called it the 2021 because, I mean, who's going to name stuff after this year? 2020 is not, like, I feel like we mustn't even refer to our eyesight as 2020 because 2020 was not that clear. Oh, man. Maybe it was that clear. It showed us how crap that this year was. So Huawei came out with it's a mid-range phone, like a top-line mid-range phone. It has I don't know if you guys like, if you're not someone that requires like an intensive phone, then I feel like this is the best phone that you're gonna get because it has a 5,000 milliamp battery. Now, I always I'm doing this show because when I read the stats of the stuff, then I go, what does this mean? This is not part of my damn world. Because every time I look for a new, when I'm looking for a new phone, I see all these numbers that come up, and then I'm just like, why? Like, I don't care about this. Does it have a good battery? Does it have a good camera? Is the screen nice? Actually, I don't even worry about the screen because I go, yeah, the screen must be nice. All phones have decent screens. Memory isn't always a problem because I go, you can put a memory card in. There's just some things I don't care about when I'm looking for a new phone or when I'm looking at gadgets. I go, they always come with all this technical this. I'm not about that life. I'm about the basics of the phone. What does the thing actually do for me as a normal person? Right? So that's why this is happening. So this has it says it has a 5,000 milliamp battery, which means it's pretty decent. The phone is it's quite weighted because of the battery, but I've been using this phone for the last 2 weeks now, and the battery lasts me 3 days. That's like 3 days of like I live on phones. Like I burn my phone. Like I can't stress it enough. Like that's with Twittering, Facebooking, Instagramming, phoning, emailing, all that good. I put it onto the phone. For 2 weeks I use this phone, and it lasted 3 days. Normally my other phone that I use gave me like by let's say 4 o'clock. I wasn't 30%. If I charge it in the morning, wake up 8 o'clock, by 4 o'clock is already 30%. This phone lasted. That's a one like a big credit I'll give this phone. Like it's a top line battery that you get in this thing. Um yeah. I think the battery is like an important thing for me at least. I don't know about you guys. Then camera. Four cameras. I don't know why they went with four, but each of them are good. So it's got a 48 megapixel camera, which means it's got a decent quality, which is really dope, right? I mean, I'm trying to think of what the other phones have. No, so let's say you're just a person, you take a photo of the sunset, put it in the filter, upload it to Instagram, then this will work for you. It's got one 48 megapixel, it's got one wide angle lens, so you can have like let's say a family photo, social distancing, and then everybody can fit in. It's got a bokeh lens. You know that bokeh lens, which is it's when you take a quiet profile picture and then it's blur in the back and then the person is in front, it's clear. It's that lens it's got. And then the other lens is the macro lens. So you can like take a photo of something very close, make it look wide. Because I know some of the people take photos of their carries and then it don't look like a. Please, people, stop taking photos of your phone of the curry. Then you use a flash, and then it look like. Please don't do that. But the macro lens is here for you if you are gonna do that kind of stuff. It's got 128 gigs of storage, which is pretty decent. I feel like you can go for maybe like 2 years without ever needing to back up things. Um, I think that's an important feature as well. You can basically just download if you want. The phone has enough space for you. What else is there? There's a fingerprint on the side. Can't see it. There's a fingerprint scanner over there, which works very quick and it's very quiet. So once you set up, it's actually pretty safe. Um, Pretty safe. It's very safe. Then it's got a earphone jack and it's got the USB-C. Because I know some people are like, no, we don't. If it doesn't have the earphone jack, then I don't fuck with it. But guys, you can with this one. What else is there? Oh, because it's Huawei, a lot of people are like, oh, what about the apps? What must I do? Is there still the thing? There's no app store. Guys, there's a workaround around all these things. You can download an app, um, and then it's basically the app store with everything in it. Actually, even more. There is YouTube as well. You can, yeah, there's a full YouTube, and it gives you the YouTube music, which you can't even get with a normal Android, which is very quiet. It's like you listen to music. Like think of what Spotify is. Lock the phone, music still plays. Lock the phone, the video can still, like the sound can still play. Because I know sometimes you're just like, I want to hear this episode, like a podcast maybe. Lock it, can't hear it. This is the one. Um, yeah, this phone actually holds up. It's a decent phone if you are, let's say you are auntie and you don't really like need like a top line phone and you don't can't have like a junk phone. This one is your guy. It also looks very fancy, but besides my oily hands on the oily stuff, I didn't yeah, actually no, it's fine. And you're gonna put the cover on, so it's really fine. It's also got a stable build. Like it's got a weight on it, but it also feel like if I drop it, I'm not gonna drop it. But if I do drop it, it's not gonna palang. Like it's not gonna break on the first go. There's also it's got a little speaker on top that's pretty loud as well. I can't play it now because I mean you can just make your phone loud, your video louder, and then it gets louder. So it doesn't really make a good check, check and test. Yeah, and that it's a good phone. Like it's a good mid-range phone. Selfie camera is also on point. It's got a really good selfie camera. Point and click. I feel like every phone nowadays, if you've got the middle line, then you're safe. Middle line as in it's got all the, checks all the boxes. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all the hooters. So yeah, that's the Huawei P Smart 2021. P Smart. P Smart is when you, before you leave the house, you go to the toilet because you mustn't pee when you're on the road. Yeah, I'm Yasin Bonds, and this is GG No Re. GG No Re means games catches no replay. That's why I do it live because I can't sit and edit the video, guys. Thanks for watching.